Very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of chapter human reproduction. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the gametogenesis process, where the male gamete formation occur. That process is known as spermatogenesis, and if the female gamete formation occur, so that process is known as oogenesis. So spermatogenesis and oogenesis is the part of gametogenesis. The two-step spermatogenesis and oogenesis. So in this class, we are going to discuss about one by one spermatogenesis and oogenesis process, how both the process takes place in human, in male and female. Now let us discuss about the spermatogenesis process. The spermatogenesis process takes place in the testes, or if we talk about the TS of testes, so TS of testes is formed by the seminiferous, or simply the test is formed by the compartment, or each compartment, 250 compartment, and each compartment consists of 2 to 3 seminiferous tubule, and each tubule is formed by two type of cell, Sertoli cell and germinal epithelium. So this is Sertoli cell and this is germinal epithelium, and Sertoli cell and germinal epithelium. And in between the two seminiferous tubules, the interstitial cells are present that are known as Leydig cell. Leydig cell. These are the interstitial that are present in between the two seminiferous tubule or interstitium of the seminiferous tubule. That cells are known as interstitial cells or Sertoli or Leydig cells. Now Sertoli cells present in the seminiferous tubule or provide nutrition to the developing sperm. Sertoli cell. Now this is germinal epithelium. Also the cells of germinal epithelium are known as spermatogonia. Spermatogonia or give rise to the germ cells. Give rise to germ cell. Now, if we are going to talk about the function of these Sertoli cells, so Sertoli cell provide nutrition to the epithelial cell. Nutrition to the epithelial cells or developing sperm. So they provide, when the sperm get developed, they are embedded into the Sertoli cell. That's why these are known as they are provider, or they provide nutrition to the developing sperm. Now the spermatogonia undergoes in meiosis division to form spermatid and spermatozoa. Now let us discuss about the spermatogenesis, in the spermatogenesis process, how the sperm formation occurs and where the meiosis division takes place. Where the meiosis division takes place. Now inside the spermatogenesis process takes place inside the testes, where the spermatogonia first undergoes in mitotic division. So this is the cell. Spermatogonia, and the diploidy of these cells are they are diploid in nature. Now that undergoes in mitosis to produce primary spermatocytes. Mitosis to produce primary spermatocytes. Primary Now, primary sites formed by the mitosis division from the spermatogonia. Next is from the primary, when the primary spermatocyte form, the ploidy will be 2n. Then after formation of primary spermatocyte, the secondary spermatocyte will form. Secondary mitocytes and secondary spermatocyte. Secondary spermatocyte. Both the spermatocyte form by the first meiosis division. First meiosis division. By first meiosis division. Or after the formation of these secondary spermatocyte, the second meiotic division formation occur, or from the each secondary spermatocyte spermatid will form. Here is also spermatid will form. The ploidy become just half of the previous one. So that's why from diploid structure to the haploid structure will form after the meiosis division, after the second meiosis division. Now the differentiation of spermatid takes place into the spermatozoa. Now here is again haploid. Spermatozoa, the formation of spermatozoa from spermatid. This process is known as spermiogenesis. Spermiogenesis process, the process of formation of spermatozoa from spermatids. Now, in the second spermatocyte also follow this division and undergoes in meiosis division 2 to form two spermatozoa again. So from single spermatogonia and from single spermatocyte, there will be formation of four spermatozoa from a single spermatocyte. So this process is known as spermiogenesis, the differentiation of spermatid into spermatozoa. And spermiation. Second step is spermiation. What is spermiation? When the spermatozoa get formed from the spermatid, they embedded their head into the Sertoli cell for getting their nutrients. And the release after the maturation, the release of these spermatozoa from Sertoli cell, the process is known as spermiation. So release of spermatozoa from Sertoli cell. Release of spermatozoa from Sertoli cell. Hence, this process is known as spermatogenesis, and the whole process takes place inside the testes. Or if we want to discuss about in the testes how the process will take place, now let us discuss about with the help of diagram, with the help of TS of testes. Because here is I am going to draw a single Sertoli cell, TS of single Sertoli cell, where the single seminiferous tubule, where both the cells are present, Sertoli cell and the germinal epithelial cell or spermatogonia. Spermatogonia, the ploidy, the spermatogonia undergoes in mitosis or meiosis division to form spermatids. So these cells undergoes in division and division to form the spermatid. Or does the spermatid formation occur after the formation of spermatid? That spermatid undergoes in differentiation, and their head get differentiation. Their head get embedded into the Sertoli cell for getting their nutrients or nutrition from the Sertoli cell. Or when they get fully mature, they release from the sperm release from the Sertoli cell. The process is known as spermiation, and the formation or differentiation of spermatid into spermatozoa. This process is known as spermiogenesis. So what all these are about the points about the spermatogenesis process and how the hormonal regulation takes place in spermatogenesis process. Let us discuss about the spermatogenesis process, hormonal regulation of spermatogenesis process. So interior and posterior pituitary gland are situated. Anterior and posterior pituitary gland present beneath the hypothalamus or in the sella turcica cavity connected with the hypothalamus. The GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, secrete from the hypothalamus or act on the interior pituitary gland for releasing of gonadotropin hormone. So here is interior pituitary gland. GnRH from hypothalamus. GnRH from hypothalamus release and act on the Sertoli cell. Act on the interior pituitary gland. When they act on the interior pituitary gland, the two hormones, gonadotropin hormone releasing FSH or LH, follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Follicle stimulating hormone or luteinizing hormone both act on the spermatogonia. FSH guide spermatogonia or orders the spermatogonia, give signal for the spermatogenesis or for the proliferation. So by releasing of this hormone, the hormone act on the spermatogonia. LH hormone act on Leydig cells. These are the Leydig cells present in between the two seminiferous tubules. These Leydig cells controlled by the LH hormone, luteinizing hormone. In male, the LH hormone is known as interstitial cell stimulating hormone. That represents the Leydig cell. Or these interstitial cells secrete hormone testosterone. Testosterone guide the cell or control the cell physiology or cell functioning of cell. So testosterone is a male hormone that develops the secondary sexual characters in male. That develops secondary sexual character in male. In the secondary sexual character, the appearance of beard, mustache, libido, aggression, voice, low pitch, all these muscles development, blood circulatory system, and development of RBCs also. So these are the secondary sexual character. Also development of primary sex organs done by the testosterone. So testosterone stimulated, the release of this testosterone stimulated by the LH hormone, which is a gonadotropin hormone released by the interior pituitary gland, and interior pituitary gland controlled by GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone secreted by hypothalamus. So student, now here is overall about the spermatogenesis. Now let us discuss about the oogenesis process. Oogenesis process. Oogenesis process takes place in females. The formation of ova result by the oogenesis process, or like male, it is also controlled by hormone, or the oogonia present inside the ovary undergoes in the formation of ovum. But more complex mechanism is oogenesis if we compare that one to spermatogenesis process. Now let us discuss about the oogenesis process with the help of flow chart. The follicular cells or the oogonia undergoes in meiosis. First it undergoes in mitosis division. So this one is primary. This one is oogonia. Oogonia. The ploidy of oogonia will be 2N or diploid in nature. So the oogonia undergoes in mitosis division to form the primary oocyte cell. Primary oocyte. And then primary oocyte undergoes in meiosis division to form secondary oocyte. The secondary oocyte formed by the meiosis first division. Secondary oocyte form, and there is a major difference in between the oogenesis or spermatogenesis. There in the spermatogenesis, the equal quantity of the secondary spermatocyte will form, but in the oogenesis process, the only one secondary oocyte form. Next, secondary oocyte converted into the well-developed secondary oocyte is only one, and the second one converted into the polar body. So another important feature is that before the formation of the secondary oocyte or in the meiosis first division, when the cell reaches to the prophase first, or this the division phase ceases into the prophase first. Then after puberty, that complete to form the secondary oocyte. After puberty, the cell continue divide from prophase first to the secondary oocyte. But there will be formation of only one secondary oocyte, and the other will convert into the polar body. The secondary oocyte again undergoes in the second meiosis division. In the second meiosis division, there will be formation of only one ovum. Again, the second one converted into the polar body. Hence, from the oogenesis process, only one ovum get formed inside the ovary or from the ovary, not the four. But there is a difference in between the oogenesis and the spermatogenesis. There will be formation of, in the spermatogenesis process, there will be formation of 4 spermatid or spermatozoa after the through the spermatogenesis process. But in the oogenesis process, only one ovum will form during the whole process, because the two cells converted into the polar bodies, which undergoes in division. So that's why only one single ovum is formed. If we talk about in the ovary, how the formation of these cells occur inside the ovary. The ovary have blood vessels, stroma and germinal epithelium. The blood vessels provide nutrients for the developing the follicles. Also through the blood there will be regulation and maintenance of the follicle and regulation of oogenesis process. The stroma and germinal epithelium have the cells oogonia. The oogonia undergoes in mitosis division to form primary oocyte. Then there will be formation in the primary oocyte. There will be formation or aggregation of follicular cells, and that converted into the secondary follicle. Secondary follicle. The secondary follicle is covered by more layer of the follicular cells. These are covered by more layer of the follicular cells. Hence, this is known as tertiary follicle. And due to the formation of antrum cavity, the tertiary follicle is known as Graafian follicle. Here is formation of antrum cavity. Also the cells surrounded by so many follicular cells or due to the cavity. Due to the arrangement of follicular cells over the ovum, around the ovum, the follicle result into the Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle, or then after some the Graafian follicle attached with the membrane, dissolve the membrane, and there will be release of ovum from the Graafian follicle, or these cells, this ovum, release of ovum from the Graafian follicle, and the follicular cells of Graafian follicle converted into the corpus luteum. Corpus luteum, and after some time the corpus luteum degenerated and converted into the corpus albicans. Now, after the release of ovum, the follicular cells undergoes in maturation for the corpus to convert into the corpus luteum. How the hormonal regulation takes place for the formation of the ovum? The hormonal regulation is just like also like the formation of sperm in the spermatogenesis process. Like spermatogenesis process, here also the LH or follicle stimulating hormone both are released from the anterior pituitary gland, and anterior pituitary gland also stimulated by GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone. The gonadotropin releasing hormone act on the follicular cell. When they receive these cells receive the FSH hormone, undergoes in the differentiation from the primary oocyte cell. Then primary oocyte cells undergoes in formation of secondary oocyte cells. So the ovum which is released from the ovary into the present in secondary oocyte. So from here to here, secondary oocyte, the stage is of secondary oocyte. And these are the stages come in between the formation, in between the stages of primary and secondary oocyte or secondary, tertiary, Graafian follicle. All these cells form. Now, these are the stages come under or in between the primary and secondary oocyte. All these structures formed by the differentiation method for the release of estrogen and progesterone hormone. Here is two ovarian hormone, estrogen and progesterone secrete from. Estrogen secrete from the follicular cells and the progesterone secrete from the corpus luteum. Now these are the structure which participate in the these are the structure that form in the oogenesis process. Now, what are the hormone? Pituitary hormone are hormones. Pituitary hormones are FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, and LH, luteinizing hormone. Whereas estrogen and progesterone are ovarian hormone. by the follicles, follicular cells, and progesterone hormone secreted by corpus luteum. So these are overall structure of the ovary, and the synthesis of ovum takes place inside the ovary. I hope you like this video. Here is overall about the gametogenesis process. I hope you like this video, student. So thank you for listening and watching me.